Good morning and welcome back to my scrap room. My name is Jennifer Perry. Today we're going to continue working with the subscription box, my last subscription box with Close to My Heart. And the layout that we're working on today is called My Girl. It is a very floralish type layout, very girly, very pinkish and gardeny. And I don't have many garden photos because honestly I'm just now getting into gardening. I'm going to say this on camera. I'm 47 years old and I've never really gardened, but I'm just getting into it. So I found another place that I find very beautiful, and that is while we were at Disney. We were on the way to Artist Point. It is a restaurant. I think it's in the Wilderness Lodge. I'm not completely sure, but I think it's in the Wilderness Lodge. And we took a water taxi from our resort over to that resort to have dinner at the Artist Loft. And the scenery was gorgeous, and we were dressed up because we were going to have a nice dinner. And I have some really nice photos of Michaela. Now this photo is not the best photo of us, but it's a photo that I love, so I'm going to keep it. It is really early in the morning. I have my cup of coffee. I am still in my jammies, and if my head happens to get into the camera, my hair is wild. So I feel like scrapbooking. I'm not going to worry about getting dressed yet because I want to scrapbook. Let's get started. I have done my morning garden chores. Went outside and made sure everything was okay during the night and got everything watered. And I was going to do some deadheading, and it appears the plants are the type of plants that I bought, maybe deadheading themselves. So that was nice. Okay, goes that direction. Okay. So this one gets kept the way it is. Perfect, okay. Alright, I'm just using my little Simple Stories template, the 3x4 size. I make my own templates for most sizes, but my best friend found these at scrapbook.com, and they're a set of 4 or 6, I can't remember, but it's your most commonly used cropping sizes. And they're really thick, I love them, but they're perfect for this type of application. And I've always done this with vellum because you can see through the vellum to see exactly what you're cropping. And I've said in the past, and you guys know it to be true, some of you guys can just look at a picture and take your trimmer and crop it perfectly. I'm not that person. I need guidelines, so this is where these work for me perfectly. So when I say that I'm getting into gardening, we've lived in our house for 18 years. We built this house, and for 18 years I've had the builder bushes out front. Now what I mean by builder bushes, the landscaping that the builders put in is what I've had in my yard for 18 years. I have trimmed it, but other than that, I've not done hardly anything to it. Didn't have the time, was working night shift, raising children, doing Girl Scouts, all the stuff that mommies do. And now that I have time, I wanted to do something different. So one of the college kids that I know, I texted him just before school let out and went, are you coming home this summer? Do you want a little bit of work? And he was like, yes, please, I'd like some work. So him and a friend came over and they ripped out those bushes for me. Let me get all these popped out while we talk. Anyway, he brought a friend over and they ripped out, they had to use a truck to rip them out. That's how well they were established, let's put it that way. and these plants were not doing well. They were ending their life cycle. So everything is ripped out the front. I've spent a couple of weeks amending the soil, taking out root systems that don't belong there. And day before yesterday, I planted 40 periwinkles as a border. And I ordered what's called Bobo hydrangeas. They're by Proven Winners is the grower. And they are a dwarf hydrangea. And I went with a dwarf hydrangea because I'm sure you guys are really interested in this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The windows on our house, the front windows, our HOA requires that the tree line or the bush line go to the bottom of your windows. That's as tall as they can be. My windows go to the ground. So they kind of was mentioning that in the HOA meetings. We were like, so those of us that our windows go to the ground can't have shrubbery, you know. And they kind of went, okay, never mind on that one. But I still want to keep it low enough that I can see out of my windows. So, given that information, let's do this side first. You are the 4x6. You are that one, and you. This one. Why are you so tall? Oh, because you're supposed to be 4x4. Oopsie. Oh well. This will work because I will trim it. Yeah, I'm gonna trim it. It was supposed to be 4x4. That's okay. We'll make it work. So the Bobo hydrangeas grow about 3 feet tall and wide. Very easy to maintain. And the foliage is the color pattern that I want. So it'll work for me. Okay, I'm going to trim that down. Because again, just because they say do 4x4 doesn't mean you have to do 4x4. Okay. These aside real fast because there is some. Put it there. Short side. Okay. Sometimes the artwork, some of the elements do not show up in the artwork, so you have to guesstimate what they want. And then we have this one. I'm going to hold that up for a second because I want it to be right there. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3. Okay. because I cut it shorter, I have to think shorter. I can't put all 5 on there. The small one or the big one? The big one, because the small one goes over there. And then that one goes there. Okay. That one goes there. So don't use that one yet. Use this one. If I can get it picked up. I'm not going to do the title just yet. I'm going to switch over to the other side. Oopsie. Oh, that's okay. I can make it work. Really? Okay, well, it's gonna have to stay like that. All right. there's something sticky on my mat. So I know I'm not talking, I'm just thinking, because it's, okay, so now we've got this flower. With these flowers. Okie dokie. Now the original layout says to use these letters to spell out my girl. But it's white on very pale. And oh wait, you don't go there. Oh well, you go there now. It's white on very pale, so what I may do is I'm going to go pick out some thickers and use my thickers instead of using these. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I've got a couple of options. I'm going to scoot you over. Now, where's my eyeballs? The difference between these and this is just flat white. In fact, you can't even hardly see it on the camera. To where these, they may be white, but they have sparkle to them, which is going to draw your eye towards it. Which is why I'm thinking of not using this. I'm going to cut it out and just put it with my thickers. So I save it. And then I was thinking of these because it would match the gray, and it would pull some gray up there. And I'm still thinking that, because the gray goes very well with the silver. I'm thinking that a lot. And then I found Happy. So what I think I'm going to do is, let's see if I've got enough letters. May have to go on another thickers expedition. So let's see. M Y G I R L. I got it. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is place the happy. Okay. Buy first. Okay, so let's pull in some sparkles. And the sparkles do not come with the kit or do not come with the subscription. These are ones that I just had on hand. Because sometimes your layout just needs a bit of sparkle. Now this, I'm going to go back in and do the journaling. I think I can fit a piece of vellum journaling in there. So I'm going to go back in and type up what I want, and I'll pop it there. Do I have some? I need to bring in some black. Got over here. Here we go. And then, ooh, that'll work. Right here. That'll work with my thing there. I think that works. Okay. That pulls in just a little bit of black to go with that. That looks good. I like that. So here is side 1. Side 2. And I'll try and do a side by side as best I can. And a side by side. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know that there are many, many things that you could be doing, and I'm very thankful that you choose to spend just a few minutes of your day with me. Until next time, bye-bye.